कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भू मा ते संगो अस्तु कर्मणि। आपने बहुत बार ये श्लोक सुना होगा। Many times you have heard this shloka in your day-to-day life, in internet, in scriptures, in TV serials. But the thing is that what karma really means. What is karma? What we sow, so we reap. Is this karma? Every action has a reaction. We have heard it Newton saying. But what karma really means? Let's discuss all of this in this edition of The Wheat. But before that, I request you to kindly subscribe to the channel. So the sum of all our actions in this life, or if we had any previous life, then the sum of all our life, the actions that we have performed in our this life or in our past life is called karma, and this defines our future existence according to scriptures. But in simple words, the action is karma. Okay, so what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. I think you have heard this proverb. So this is necessarily karma. What we sow, so we reap. But all this karma is better defined in Bhagavad Gita. There is a dedicated chapter in Bhagavad Gita to tell us about karma, the real karma, that is called karma yoga. And karma yoga means the selfless form of work, where you don't do work for your one selfish cause. That is called karma yoga. So in karma yoga, in Bhagavad Gita, it is defined that you should do all the work without any personal profit. So this is the karma that is defined in Bhagavad Gita, and this necessarily tells us about the Newton's third law, that is every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So this Newton's law, this Newton's third law, is inspired from Bhagavad Gita. And now I will quote you a sloka from Bhagavad Gita, and this will tell you that what kind of karma is necessarily meant for success. Tasmat asaktaha satatam karyam karma samachara asakto hyacharan karma paramapnoti purusaha. Only for this you need to work without any attachment. Tasmat asaktaha, without any, that means without any attachment you should perform your work, your duty. Only if you will continue to work relentlessly, you will attain the God. Attaining the God means attaining the success, achieving the success. Not necessarily you meet God in your lifetime, and this is not the purpose of your life, that you have to see the God in your lifetime. You can attain it later. But here the meaning if you will elaborate this in terms of our corporate world, that means achieving the goal. Bhagavad Gita is one of the books that can be contemplated in every time, in every situation, and in every age. So it is said that if you will do niskam karma, then you will achieve the goal of your life. But the question here comes that you have seen that many preachers of modern day motivational speakers telling you, love your work. If you want to get success, you have to love your work. So, but Gita says that you should not be attached to the work. So what should you do? Will you follow the scripture, or will you follow the lessons that the modern day motivational speakers tell you, that do niskam karma? You should not have, you should love your work. The modern day preachers are saying, love your work. If you love your work, you will get success. But Gita says, do selflessly, work selflessly. You should not have any attachment with the work. But what is it? I have decoded this, and as per my analysis, I found that Bhagavad Gita says you should not be workaholic, you should not be negatively affected by the workload, but you should have passion. That doesn't say, Niskam Karm does not mean that you don't have any passion towards work. You must have the passion, but you should not be affected with the workflow. In case, in the turn of life, in case you face the failure, if you will be affected by the success and failures or the results or the yield of the work, then what will happen? You will be devastated if you have emotional attachment towards the work. If you do the work for the sake of doing, for the sake of benefiting the entire world, then you will be benefited out of the work. So you should love your work, but you should not be negatively affected by the work culture. So this is what Bhagavad Gita tells us. This is all in this edition. I will come up with more knowledge and more wit. We'll decode scriptures for you. We will decode modern day lessons for you, and we will bring more you. This is first of our initiative to decode Bhagavad Gita for you, to decode Bhagavad Gita in terms of corporate world, in terms of modern world.
Minimum support price.
You can tell me how far I have achieved the goal in my initiative, and I request you to also do a Niskam Karm on behalf of us by subscribing us. Your subscription is our only motivation. We'll keep on bringing you more videos like this. Thank you, friends.